Well, it's the middle of the week and I figured I'd put up a quick video showing a few things that sold in a couple different stores. I've got 4 sheets of paper going out in the Ephemera store, and I've got 7 orders going out in another store, and they range from below $10 to over $300, which I am totally fine with, especially in the middle of January when sales just they're not good at all compared to December. I'm down like 60% from last month. But let's dig some of these out and we'll see what they sold for. The first thing that sold are these little Craftsman stair gauges. So I bought these at a garage sale a long time ago, and they're basically these little brass clamps that you would put on your framing square so that you could hold it in place when you're cutting out for stairs. I didn't really know what they were worth, but they said Craftsman on them, so I grabbed them. These sold for $7.59 plus shipping. The next thing that sold came from a place that I am sure you are sick of hearing about, and that is the Private Pick House. Let's get this on the table here. So for all you youngsters out there, this is a cassette head cleaner. It cleans the head and the rollers. So you see these little pads here, you'd basically just put this into your cassette player and spin around, move them back and forth, and you'd put the cleaning solution on the pads and it would make everything nice again. It's got some extra pieces in here. It's got the original instruction manual, and it is also branded BMW. It sat for a little bit and it ended up selling for $19 plus shipping. This piece has been sitting for a very long time, and the only reason I know where it is so quickly here is because I just did inventory. So this is the Upper Mohawk Valley Utica Gas and Electric Company out of Utica, New York. What does that say there? It says property of, I have no idea. Whatever that says right there, it's got some marks in it. It's not in the best condition. However, it is a very rare book. It's got some great stuff in here about the local area, but it's not in the best condition, because if it were in better shape, I probably would have gotten a little bit more money for this piece, because it is quite rare. There aren't very many of these available, but this one sold for $31.99 plus shipping. The only thing that makes me happier than selling a high dollar item is selling a large item so I can free up some much needed space. And it's a little tough to make out because there's glass in here that's wrapped up nice. But this is a TX VHS holder with 2 sliding glass doors. It's a really cool little piece, and it sold for $47.99 plus shipping. The same person that bought the BMW cassette cleaner off of me also picked up this starter jacket. Yeah, this is a Notre Dame alumni. It's got the patch over here on the sleeve. Really good condition because it is new with tags, and you're not going to believe it. This one came from the Private Pick House, which at this point I kind of wish I just bought everything in the house and rented a bunch of storage units, but whatever. Really nice looking piece, obviously brand new, super clean. Ended up going for $107 plus shipping. This next piece required a little bit of frankenboxing because it is long, and I don't just have boxes laying around anymore for golf clubs because I just stopped selling golf clubs altogether. But this is from a company called, I believe, Denix. It is a Winchester M1892 lever action rifle replica. It's a non-firing replica. It is made in Spain. And you can't convert this to being firing or anything like that, but it is very heavy, very cool, very well built. It's the first time ever seeing one of these because I don't usually find these at all. I know about them, but I've just never found any other ones other than this. But this piece here sold for $151.99 plus shipping. So over the summer, up in the Adirondacks here, I picked up a little slot car. Came from an estate sale, and this car here came with a bunch of others and some track for, I think, like less than $10. But this is the number 1407 Dodge Charger. It has the original plastic cardboard foam, black top, white, red stripes, rare color combination, and I listed it high because of that, because there aren't any with this color combination around. If you find these and they're green or purple, you can get close to $1,000 for these cars. This one's in very good condition with obviously some marks. I'm not going to take it out of the package right now, but the posts underneath the body have no splits, no cracks. Very good condition, very rare piece. I listed it high, but I had a number in mind where I kind of wanted to get. So after months of sitting, I actually took it off for this morning for $350 plus shipping. Not a whole lot going on at the Ephemera store today, but I grabbed a few other cool pieces that I plan on listing soon in the store. We've got 2 orders for 2 separate customers here. This person, these are pretty much almost the same, so we'll just show one of them. This is from the W.M. Hollenbach Company, Harrison Building in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This person bought 2 of these for a total of $31.98, free shipping. The next one, these are both the same time period here for this company, the Wayne County Electric Company, Lyons and Clyde, New York. Really nice letterhead on this one. This was signed by the superintendent, and then also another one from the Wayne County Electric Company that's also signed by the superintendent. These went for $17.99 each with free shipping. So we'll get those shipped out today because I have next day shipping, next day free shipping on this store. But some other cool pieces. It's crazy because I keep finding stuff left and right. This is a postal telegraph cable company. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It says paid 1917. It lists a bunch of companies, numbers next to them. I'm not sure. If any experts out there can chime in, let me know what this is because I have no idea. And you can see on the bottom here, it says it's marked paid. Cool piece. This one's from the Protective Union Company, Foreign and Domestic Groceries, Worcester, Massachusetts, 1917. Received payment $12.22. Look what you can get for $12.22 back in 1917. Prices have definitely changed a little bit since then. Next, well, this price has obviously changed a lot. This is the Samuel Steyer bituminous, I think that's how you say it, semi-bituminous coal, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is, it looks like I can offer you Radnor Miller vein bituminous coal for immediate shipments at a price of $1 gross ton mines, on which the freight rate, blah, 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 on railroads $1.70 per gross ton. Cool letterhead. I've actually got a few of these with the prices on them from this company. Next one here is from the Chaz Pearson Window Curtains and Draperies. I might have shown one of these before. 27 curtains, 13 looks like the rods for them, brass rods. So for 27 curtains in your house, what do you think you'd pay today? In 1917, for the curtains and all the accessories, brackets, it looks like you're only going to pay $27.18. Quite a bargain. I would love to put curtains in my house for half of a window for $27.18. Lastly here, I've got this one from the Canada Barrels and Kegs Limited out of Waterloo. This is from 1935, and it's nice to see some of these companies still using these old school letterheads into the 30s and even into the 40s on a few different occasions. So I don't have very many pieces here from the 30s on up. Almost everything that I have is, earlier than 1940, earlier than 1930, the majority being 1900 to early 20s. So some cool pieces here. We're going to get listed soon. My List Easier renews on the 16th, and I'm going to change the way I do my inventory, or not my inventory, but how I store the items, because I made a really critical mistake. A commenter here, Steve Apple, actually said something, and he said that you know, he uses a SKU number for all of his listings, which I didn't. I put them all alphabetically, and I'm realizing now that that was a terrible idea. It'll be next to impossible for me to inventory all this stuff. So I'm going to take his advice, which I should have looked into. I don't know why I didn't even think of this when I was first setting up this store. I'll basically just scan, you know, 50 items at once and put them in one thing. So say 50, the first 50 scans go into A1. Into inventory. The next 50 scans will go into A2 into inventory, and I'll put the SKUs up like that. Right now, I'm only doing the SKU number is the same as the category, so I'm doing 1900 to 20, 1920 to 39. However, I'm doing everything alphabetically. So I've got 2,600 sheets of paper in a file cabinet drawer that are all alphabetized, which is great. But if I want to inventory all that stuff, it's going to suck. So, Steve, thank you for the comment. I'm going to be utilizing that method very soon here in the store because I can't. It's going to save me a ton of time in just sorting as I scan. So if I scan 1,000 listings and I have to alphabetize all 1,000, it's going to take me forever. So, Steve, thanks again. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get that going very, very soon. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.